Hey, Seth. What about the first one? We're still struggling on this I stuff. What you got, Matthew?
I did a pi to a 4.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, I did a parentheses.
Yeah.
To a 6.
Yeah. Well, why'd you do to the 6? What is that? How many I's does that give me when I do it to the 6?
24.
24. Perfect.
And I just run an I to the side.
Perfect. There you go. All right, so what is I to the 4th? It's positive 1. So you have positive 1 to the 6th power. Guys, what is 1 to any power? It's just 1. And 1 times I is just I. Are y'all okay? All right, what about number 2? Yes, you're still going to see them, guys. You still got to know how to factor these, okay? First thing you look for is a GCF. What you got, Mike? What's 4 times? Well, first of all, I know I to the 4th, right? I to the 4th is 1. Ooh. What about I squared? What's I squared? Careful, careful. Negative 1, right? And then just a regular I is the square root of negative 1. So I want to do the biggest one. I know I to the 4th is 1. So how many 4s will go into 25? 6, because 4 times 6 is 24, right? I only have 24. I got to have 25. So how many am I missing? I'm missing 1. So I got to put an I right here. You okay so far? All right, and then I to the 4th is 1. 1 to any power is still 1. And then 1 times I is just I. Are you okay? All right, what about number 2? Does it have a GCF? No. So I got to find factors of the front number and factors of the back number. Y'all okay so far? Where am I trying to get to? Negative 35. Okay, I know my first has to be which numbers? Because they're not changing. 3 and 1, right? All right, so then my outer is 3 times something. 3 times which one of these is going to get me the closest to 35? 3 times 11? So what's 3 times 11? 33. And then 1 times the other number with 11. 1 times 2. How does 33 and 2 give me negative 35? Negative 33 and negative. Well, that makes it easy, right? They're both negative. Check your last to make sure it gives you positive 22. Negative 2 times negative 11. Is that positive 22?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So on number 3, all you have to do is you just have to
basically. All right. So everything is to what power on number 3? Second. So what is 8 to the second power? What's 8 squared? 64. And then listen to my question. How many bases of A do you have? 1. So what do I do to the 9 and the 2?
multiply.
Perfect. 1 base you multiply. All right, what about this one? B to the what power?
Negative 8.
Uh-huh. But I'm not done because something's wrong. What's wrong? Negative 8 exponent, right? Where's it got to go? So 64, A to the 18th over B to the positive 8. I cannot touch 18 and 8 because their bases are not the same. So I am finished. Yes, sir. Yeah? Negative, no, negative 33 and negative 2 gives me negative 35.
Where do you get them?
The outer. All right, number 4 is an ACT Aspire prep question, okay? It's really easy. It says the following integers below add up to 447. If you've been in my ACT prep class, you've seen this before, okay? So, if I'm going to add them all up, how many x's do I have? 6x.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Add all those numbers up. Guys, look, let me show you real quick. Here we go. You ready? Negative 2 cancels out with positive 2. Negative 1 cancels out with positive 1. So I'm left with what?
3.
Positive 3. And what are those all supposed to add up to be? 447. Very good. There is a very good ACT strategy that says you are supposed to answer the first 30 questions in 23 minutes. 30 questions in 23 minutes on the math. So, if you know these little tricks to cancel them out, it saves you a few seconds. A few seconds could mean the difference of a couple of $1,000s for your ACT score, right? You're all okay? Okay. So if you're doing ACT prep, guys, if you're doing those math prep questions, time yourself. See if you can do the first 30 in 23 minutes, okay? That's the best strategy. Let's see. So move the 3. So 6x is equal to 444. Divide by 6, and that is 70. How much? 74. Okay. There we go. All right, let's look at number 5. Let's see. Well, first of all, is anybody lost on number 4? All right, what about number 5? Given the triangle below, shown the angles measure x, y, z.
Okay, I got
What is the sum of x, y, z?
I got 360.
All right, so we got to find the sum of the inside angles, right?
Yes.
No, we don't. Of the outside
the
angles.
outside.
Outside angles. So first of all, we got to find this missing angle.
Yeah.
So you do 180 minus 72 plus 57. And how much is that?
51.
Okay. And then you know, look at all this. See how they extended all these out from the triangle? They did that for a reason, to show you that all of these add up to be 180 because they're on a straight line. So this is 180 minus 57 for those of you that need to see the work. So how much is this x thing? What?
123.
What's wrong, Matthew?
72 plus 57 equals 129, right?
50, yep.
Okay. Then 180 minus 29 will equal 71.
That's 51. That's right. It's 51. All right. So what's 180? What's 180 minus 57?
123.
Thank you. So x is 120. So I know the first part, 123, and I'm going to add it, right? And then how much is this one? 180 minus 72. If you need to see the work, here you go. How much? 108. And then I got to add z. So 180 minus 51 is how much?
149.
How much?
149.
29. I think you said 149. I was like, that's not right. Add them all together, and what do you get?
360.
Huh. Looky there.
Why did they not make the little curves match up?
Because then that would mean that they were the exact same. That if they were matching up, like if they did like this, if they match up to be like this, that means that this would be a bisector, and that those two would be the exact same. See how this 108 is not the same as 72? That's why those angles are not matching up.
I got you.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the outside angles of the triangle?
Thank you. That's what I was getting to. Remember that little thing that I told you, the first 30 questions in 23 minutes? If you remember that the inside of a triangle adds up to be how much? 180. And the outside of the triangle would be 360, right? So if you knew that already, if you see how much time that would have saved you?
Oh my god.
But if you didn't know that, you can still get the same answer by doing this, right? Very nice job, Chloe. Very nice job. All right, so put that away. Grab your notes. Here we go.
This one,
Yes.
this black one,
Yes.
it's a little stuffy in here. Is it trying to wear?
We might think about that in just a minute. All right. Now, I believe I gave everybody's homework back. Madison, here's one from you. I knew I missed a couple of people on their way out. Anybody not get their homework back? I think Madison was the only one. Now, if you haven't turned... Hush, 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 hush. if you have not turned this in, then I suggest you come see me Wednesday morning for 0 period, and I will check it, hand it right back to you, okay? Get it, got it good? Because if you turn it in right now, you're not going to be able to do what's on the back. So we are on page 5, ladies and gentlemen, page 5. Some of you might want to grab a piece of paper because some of these can get a little lengthy. I write pretty decent size. I don't write small, I don't write big, and I have plenty of room. But for some of you that are real OCD, you might want to grab a piece of paper. Now, 1 and 2, if you had me for Algebra 1, we did this at the very end of the semester before you left me in May to go on to be a sophomore, okay? So we have done this in Algebra 1. However, we have not done the bottom part, so that is new. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. Number 1. Number 1. So do you remember how when we did the square roots and we had a problem, let this focus on them. We had a problem like this, like that, and I told you that you could not cancel the 4 and the 2, but y'all still wanted to try to do it because what number is right here? 1. It has to go into all 3 of them, right? This is what this is getting into. This 3xy goes into all 3 of these terms. You do not have to write down what I'm about to write down, but if you need to be able to see what we're doing, then here's what we're doing. We are doing 6x to the 4th y to the 3 over 3xy plus 12x to the 3rd y squared over 3xy minus 18x squared over 3xy. So if that helps you to write that down, by all means do it. If you can see how to divide it without doing that, by all means skip it and save yourself a step. Got it? Yellow? Okay. Alright, here we go. What is, bless you, what is 6 to, bless you? What is 6 divided by 3? 2. And when you divide the bases, what do you do to the exponents? And what is 4 minus 1? X to the 3rd. And what is 3 minus 1? Y to the 2nd. There you go. Boom, the first one's done. Where did I get this plus sign? I got it from right here in front of the 12, okay? Where did I get this minus sign? I got it right here in front of the 18. So what is 12 divided by 3?
4.
Positive 4. And x to the 3rd divided by x is x squared. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 2 minus 1 is just y to the 1st, or y. Are y'all okay? Alright, and then where did I get the minus sign? I just brought it down from the problem. And what's 18 divided by 3? 6. Yeah, well, I put the negative already. And let's see, I have just an x. Where's that y got to stay, though? He's got to stay on the bottom.
Oh, that's
All right.
Miss Gladman, can we please have Laura Grace Gilbert to check out?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Grace, just make sure that you watch the video, okay? Because you're going to need to know how to do this stuff. All right, what do you see on number 2? The -1 exponent means that all of this goes where? There you, to the second parentheses. So where does all of the second parentheses, to make my life so much easier, what could I just simply do? You could just put it on the bottom. Are y'all okay? Why do I get to drop the parentheses now? Because everything is to the +1 power, and +1 doesn't change anything on the bottom. Alright, so if you need it, you don't have to write this, but if you need it, this is what we're doing. I'm going to split everything up. If you don't need this, then don't write it. Are y'all okay? Alrighty. What's 16 divided by 4? 4. And then c to the 4th divided by c squared is c squared. There you go. And d to the 5th divided by d squared? D cubed. Very good. All right, what's 24 divided by 4? All right, bring that negative down. It's negative 6. The c squares cancel out. The d squares cancel out. And I'm done. Y'all okay? Good. Now, hold on to your pants because here we go. You ready? Now, repeat after me. I will not freak out. 3 of you said that. Really?
We don't want to make promises that we can't.
Oh, you gonna make a promise. I will not freak out. Okay, you said that like a robot. I got you. Okay, you ready? The first one's easy, just like always. Let me let this focus. Scotty. All right, here we go. You ready? So why is this different? Because you're not dividing by a monomial anymore. I'm dividing by a binomial. Technically, it is polynomial, but that's like calling us humans. We're all humans, but we have a specific name, right? So this is a binomial. That's why this is different. 1 and 2, we were dividing by a monomial, because you see how they're all smushed together?
Yes.
Y'all okay? Here, they're all smushed together? I know this is a binomial because it's subtraction, right? If it's got something separating them. All right, here we go. So we have to use long division like it says. So you take the opposite sign. What's the opposite of negative 5? A positive 5. And you put it right here. Oh, hold on. Let's let it focus. Don't freak out. Stop it. All right. I like to put a little box right here around it, kind of like a half a box to kind of keep it separated. You don't really have to, but I like to do it. It's kind of cute. I know. All right. Now you take your numbers. Hold on. Let this focus.
That thing needs glasses.
What number is in the front of x squared?
1.
So I'm going to put that right here. What number is in the front of x? 3. So I'm going to put that, leave you a little space.
40.
It likes the light for some reason. Sometimes the light will make it focus. It's just going to... Hold on. What kind of 40 is that, Matthew?
That's a negative.
That's a negative 40. So I'm going to put a negative 40. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave about 1 line of space right here. Remember what long division looked like?
No.
You don't remember? Okay. Shh, hush, hush. Do you remember how you put a number out to the front, like let's just say 5, and then you did this, then you had all your numbers in here, and you drew your pull stuff down, and you subtracted all that good stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to pull this first number down to be 1, right?
Yes.
Then we're going to multiply, just like you did long division. Once you got the number down here, you multiplied it by this number, right? So what's 1 times 5?
5.
And it's going to go right here.
So it's going to be negative.
Stop. Don't freak out. Don't do it. Stop. Shh, hush. I pulled my 1 down. Matthew, I wasn't talking to you, dear. What's 1 times 5?
5.
All right, then we're going to add them. What's 3 plus 5? 8. Then I still multiply. 5 times 8 is 40. And every single time on this back one, you draw this line like this to kind of separate them. Because this one's an easy one. This one, like Matthew says, cancels out. Negative 40 plus 40 is 0. So now to write your answer, this is the coefficient of the first one. But it's 1 exponent less. So instead of x squared, it's just 1x. I'm going to put the 1 so you see where I'm getting the coefficients. What kind of 8 is next? Positive 8 or negative 8? Positive 8. Bless you. And I need the less coefficient. There's no after 1 would be 0, right? I'm not going to write x to the 0. I'm just going to write 8. Does that make sense to everybody? So there's my answer.
Wait. Oh.
All right, let's do another one.
Wait. So the 5 came from this. Wait, well, where does the x go? Like, where's the x?
It's 1 less than squared.
No, but like, I get where the 5 came from. It came from like the second thing.
This 5? This 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
But where's the x from that part?
If you were to divide all of it, that x is what cancels out and gives you that 1 less.
Okay. I got you.
All right, now, number 4 is a little challenging. Actually, let's do this. Let us go to number 7 down here and do it together, because it's kind of similar. Number 7. We're going to go down to number 7 real quick. All right, here we go. You ready? Take the opposite sign from back here. What's the opposite sign? -2. And I like to put my little cute little box, as Gracie calls it, around it to kind of keep it separated. Now you're going to be careful. You ready? What's the first coefficient? 4. And you better watch right here, because most of you are going ahead thinking you know everything. What coefficient, what exponent am I missing between the two of these? You're missing the a to the 3, right? Not a 1. If I don't have it, it's a 0, right? So there's a 0 that goes right here. Because you got to go in order. It's the 4 exponent, then the 3, then the 2, then the 1, then the constant. What's the next coefficient?
Why did you get 3?
You have to have a coefficient of 3 between 2 and 4. The coefficients have to go down in order. They have to be in standard form. So you can't skip from 4 to 2. You've got to go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, so after the 0 comes the what? 2, yeah. Then comes what? -4. Then comes the constant, which is 12. Now look at their coefficients. This coefficient was 4. This exponent was 3. This exponent is 2. This exponent is 1. And this doesn't have an exponent, right? Do y'all see how they go down in order? All right, then you draw your line down here. And the very last one kind of gets like the Great Wall of China right here. He gets blocked off from everybody. All right, bring this first one down. Then I'm going to multiply. What's 4 times -2? Then I'm going to add them, right? So 0 plus -8 is -8. Multiply and you get positive 16. Add and you get 18. Multiply and you get
-32.
there you go.
Wait, 36. Sorry,
18, 36. Yeah, that is 36. Sorry, Matthew. And then I wasn't checking. I was just going with it. Oh, let's see. And then add them and you get -40. Then multiply and you get positive 80. Add the last 2, and what do you get? 92. Are y'all okay?
Well, I thought you said though that it would the back numbers always.
No. The back numbers always get blocked off.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now we go one less for the exponent we started with, because Gracie, this a right here made all those other a's one less. Okay. So what's the next one down? What's the next exponent down from 4? 3 cubed, right? So you do 4a cubed. And then what's the next one down from cubed? Squared. So it'd be -8a squared. What's the next one down from squared? Just an a. There you go. So plus 18a. And then I don't have anything after a to the 1, so it's just minus 40.
Well, can we go to
Plus 92.
Because watch, here's what happened. You ready? What kind of 92 is this? Positive 92. Do you remember how you got remainders like a long time ago? This is a remainder. This is where you had left. Like if you divide, guys, and every time you make a comment, I'm just going to wait until you get done because I can't go on until y'all finish. when you get remainders, you would get like, I'll just wait again. You get remainders is when you have decimals, right? So if you take 5 divided by 2, you get a decimal, right? Of 2.5. If you do 5 divided by 3, you get a decimal. So this is like a decimal if you had real numbers. This is your remainder. It won't go evenly. So you take this 92 and you put it over whatever you were dividing by to start with. Are y'all okay?
Okay, can you show me an example of a remainder like without this? Because I don't remember remainders.
Come see me 0 period and I'll show
I don't
you.
even remember how long it is.
Come see me 0 period and we'll do one. Or if we have time at the end of class, we'll do one, okay?
Are we gonna do 4 now?
Now we're going back to 4, yes, because 4 is a little different. Alrighty. So 4 is different. Why?
Because it's got a 2 in front of the thing.
It's got a number, and remember those thinking numbers in the front make everything difficult, right? Okay, so this little booger right here, he makes everything difficult. Everything. So I have to get rid of him. What's the opposite of multiplying by 2? Dividing by 2. And all nuggets, looky right there. It goes from an exponent of 4 to an exponent of 2. So what am I missing between them? So you got to put a 0 right there, right? Because you really don't have it, but you got to have a placeholder. Are y'all okay? Okay, hold on, let it focus. Hold on. Quit freaking out. All right, so what is 8 divided by 2? 4. X to the 4th. Are y'all cool with going ahead and putting a 0 in right here? Okay.
I thought when you do it, oh no, no.
Anything, as long as the 0 is on top, it's okay. Yes, ma'am.
Does this like when you divide by the 2? Does this replace taking the? Oh, it's a 1, so you don't have to take it out and put it in the front.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? When you put it in the cute little box.
Yeah, it's going to change this number back here in just a minute. Yes. All right, what's 4 divided by 2? Well, excuse me, negative 4 divided by 2. Negative 2x squared. And, ooh, I got a 1 right here. It's going to be plus 1/2. And then 4 divided by 2 is plus 2. Now, I moved too fast. Sorry. Now that's divided by x plus 1/2. So it changes that number that goes in that cute little box. Y'all okay?
Why did you do the 1 now?
Where? Right here, 1 divided by 2, you can't do it. And remember, fractions are your friends, like complete the square. Fractions are your friends, they help you out. All right, so take the opposite sign of positive 1/2, would it be? Negative 1/2, there you go.
Do you have to keep it in the fraction?
Yes. Yeah, it makes your life much easier, trust me. All right, so what's my first coefficient? 4, and then 0, and then 1/2, 2. Very good, very good. All right. So this last term is kind of like the Great Wall of China. It gets blocked off. Y'all okay? All right, so same step, same process until we get to the very end, okay? The very end is a little different. Okay, so bring down this 4. And then multiply. What's half? When you do half, guys, just take half of it. That's negative 2. Are y'all okay? And then add those together, and you get negative 2. And then just do half of it again. 2 negatives make a positive. What's half of 2? 1. There you go. Add those together, and you get negative 1. 1 doesn't change anything when you multiply, right? But negative makes a positive 1/2. Add those together. If you put a half and then another half together, you get a whole. There you go. And then multiply, and you get negative 1/2. Ooh, how much is that? Well, let's keep it as mixed as a improper fraction. It'll be 3/2, right? 1 and 1/2 is not wrong, but it'll be much easier if you keep it as mixed. I mean, golly, improper fraction. Okay, now Write kind of small because we're not done yet, okay? You do 1 less than your exponent. What's less than 4? So it'd be 4x to the third, then minus 2x squared, minus 1x, plus 1. Are y'all okay so far? Okay. Now here's where it gets a little funky. Ready? What kind is this? Positive or negative? Positive. 3 over 2 over. And what was it over? X plus 1/2, right? Okay. Ooh, we got some funkiness. We got to fix it. All right. So we're going to take this little piece right here to the side, and we're going to fix him. You ready? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take 3 over 2. And instead of writing the divide bar, I'm going to write the divide symbol like we were doing earlier. And then x plus 1/2. Are y'all okay with that? We have to change this piece, though, back into what it originally was before we divided it. So 2x plus 1 over 2. Let me write it down and I'll show you what I did. Hold on. Okay, right here. Do you see how these two are the same? 2x plus 1 over 2 and x plus 1/2. You see how they're the same thing? Anybody lost about how they're the same thing? Okay, now you can do keep, change, flip. There you go. And what happens?
The 2's cancel out.
And what do I have left? Oh.
3 over 2x plus 1.
They canceled out. That goes right here in the place. That's my final answer. Are y'all okay? Okay, let's do another one then. We'll do number 6.
Is it like this stuff?
Yes, it's just like number 4. If you want to do number 6 on your own, go ahead. If you feel like D, then we'll do it together, okay? Can I go? Do y'all need a minute? No, hold on, okay. All right, you ready, D?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let me slide this page up a little bit. Okay, what's the beast about number 6? The 3, right? So you have to get rid of the 3. Hold on a minute. Let's focus. What's the opposite of multiplying by 3? Dividing by 3. Did you just get lost at the end? Okay. All right. So we can take this like normal. All right. So 18 divided by 3 is 6a squared. 6 divided by 3 is 2a. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3's cancel out. So it'll be a minus 2 over 3. You okay so far? All right, take the opposite of 2 over 3, be positive 2 over 3. And then I'm not missing any exponents, so that's good. So it'll be 6, 2, 3. Last one gets blocked off. And leave me some space. Y'all okay so far? All right, bring down to 6. Then we're going to multiply. Let's go over here on the side if you need it. 2/3 times 6 over 1 is 12 over 3, which is 4.
Can you say that?
Yes, I can. Do I need to go back over anything?
Yeah, I can't see like over what you just did.
I pull the 6 down.
Okay.
Then you multiply this right here. That's
okay.
12 over 3, which is 4. Anybody else got a question? Those fractions kill you. Y'all like shut down when you see fractions. Most of these, though, will be whole numbers. So if you do 2 divided by 3 and then times 6, it'll give you 4. So most of these, what?
How do you change the decimal to a fraction?
You have to put it over how many
Oh, yeah.
things, how many numbers you have at the end of the decimal.
Press math and then press
Or you do that. Remember doing that from matrices? All right, then we're going to add them. 2 plus 4 is 6. We're going to multiply them again, but it's the same number, so it's going to give me the same response, and that's 4. Add them together this time, and you get 7. All right, 1 less. What's 1 less than a squared?
Just A.
Just a, right? So it'd be 6a to the 1, or just a, plus 6, plus, now my little wall right here tells me this piece is my remainder. It's positive, that's why I put a plus. And then, so it'd be 7 over what you divided by. So a minus 2 over 3. Are y'all okay with that so far? Okay, but I can't leave it like this. I need it back in this original form right here. So I'm going to take this piece over to the side. Let's see, can I do it over here? Let's see, 7. So, D, instead of writing this divide bar, I'm going to write the divide symbol. Just to make it look prettier and look easier on my eyes. This, though, is the same as right here before I divided it, right? Because 3 divided by 3 was A, 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. So I want this piece, because that's the original one it was. You okay so far? Now I can keep change flip. Keep the 7, or I can put it 7 over 1 if I want to. Change division to multiplication. Flip that other one. And 7 times 3 is 21. And 1 times that is just, I probably was just going too fast for you. Like that. Are y'all okay?
Yes.
Alright, let's do number 5 real quick for giggles. What?
I did the whole remainder thing under number 5 problem.
Oh, number 5 doesn't take very much room though, Matthew.
No, like the whole thing.
Oh, okay, I see.
Pretty good.
Alright, here we go. So, number 5 is a monomial on the bottom, right? So you can just divide it between all 3 of them. What's 9 divided by 3? 3. Oh, Lord, what is that? N to the 3rd and n squared would just be n. P to the 3rd and p squared would just be p, right? Alright, then I'm going to take a minus sign. Where I get a minus is right here in the problem. What's 18 divided by 3? 6. And, ooh, look at there. The n squares and the p squares cancel out. Then I'm going to take a plus sign. Where'd I get the plus sign from? It's right there in the problem. What's 21 divided by 3? 7. Ooh, my n squares cancel out. And I only have 1 p. There you go, and you're done. Y'all okay? Anybody lost? Okay, here we go. The back. Ready? Excuse me, not the back. The sorry. The mine are not all double-sided, so hold on. No, page 6. Same exact stuff. Looks like we have, what time do we got it here? 56? 58? Okay, we got time for one more. So 1, 2, or 3, or 4, and 5. This is going to be your homework. So which one would you like to do?
I don't know which one do you want to do.
Let's do
Number 3?
2 for
You're doing all of them, dear.
Oh, I thought you said
We have time for one more.
Let's do number 5.
Number 5?
Yeah.
It's got the 3.
Okay, I mean, it's no different. All right, number 5. Am I skipping any exponents? Did I miss any exponents?
No.
Nope. All right, so, oh, look at that. That little booger right here makes things difficult. So I got to divide by everything by 3. Oh, yeah, this is a good one because it's got some fractions. It's okay. Trust me. I gave you good numbers. They all cancel out. Trust me. All right, so 6 divided by 3 is 2c cubed. I got a fraction. It's okay. It's going to work itself out in just a minute. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 8 divided by 3 won't go. It's okay. It'll work itself out in a minute, I promise. And that'll just be c minus 4 over 3. Quit freaking out.
No.
Oh, did you mess up?
17c squared divided by 3.
It's the same thing. Yes, it is, but... All right, take the opposite sign. Negative 4 over 3 becomes positive 4 over 3. All these fractions are about to work themselves out. Okay, it's okay. Trust me, I got you. I got you. Don't worry. All right, block that last one off. And I'm going to slow down. Wait for everybody to catch up right here.
What happened to 2 plus 2?
All right, y'all ready? Yeah? Okay. All right, here we go. Pull the 2 down. If you need to, go on the side. 4 over 3 times 2 is 8 over 3. Just don't freak out. I promise it's going to fix itself. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my gosh, to add fractions, you have to have the same denominator. You're welcome. They're the same. So add the top. Negative 17 plus 8 is how much?
-3.
How much? Negative 9 over 3. Oh, okay, I see, Scotty. I see what you're doing. You went ahead and did it yourself.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what?
Negative 9 over 3 is negative 3. All right, now multiply these. Now, if you're real good, guys, what happens when you multiply 4 over 3 times a 3?
-4.
They cancel out. The 3's cancel out. It would be negative 12 over 3, not negative 12. So that would just be negative 4. Add them together and you get...
Oh, I mean, negative 2.
Where did I get a negative from?
No, where did you get a negative from? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Negative 17 plus 8 is negative 9.
Where did you get a negative 4? Like, where did you get the negative 4?
Okay, hold on. Negative 17 plus 8 was negative 9 over 3.
Oh, and then
That's negative 3.
from the
And then multiply these two. Right here, the 3's cancel out.
with the negative stays.
And the negative, I forgot my negative right there, yep. Negative 4. Add those together and you get negative 2. Multiply these.
You get 8 over 3.
You get negative 8 over 3.
That's right.
So it cancels out.
And they cancel out. Oh my gosh, I don't have any remainder. This is easy, right?
Yeah.
All right. So 1 less than a cube is 2c squared minus 3c minus 2. And I'm done because I don't have a remainder.
Oh.
Y'all always pick the scariest ones that end up being the easiest problems.
Yeah, well, we would have been very scared to do it on our own.
All right, so you have 4 problems for homework, right?
Yeah.
And they are due tomorrow for a grade. They are due tomorrow for a grade.
Yeah, I know. I
Can you come see me 0 period or after school? Because I can check it, but then I'm not going to have time to put it in the computer is the only thing.
I mean, I can't come after school about 5 days.
You come during, or swing by during lunch or something if you want to. Yeah, that's fine. Just that way I can have time, because if not, I'll forget to put it in the computer, okay? Yes, ma'am.